Now let's switch over to weather. Snow this morning caused a lot of slide-offs and accidents, not just here in West Michigan, but across the state. All lanes of US 23 in Mundy Township, just south of Flint, were closed for a while after a pileup involving more than 30 vehicles.
Authorities aren't saying if there are any injuries from any of these crashes, but thankfully the roads are much better now. Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist George Lessons. And George, you had it right on target there.
Yeah, really affecting the morning commute here this morning, and now the roads are basically wet to dry. Many of the well-traveled roads. Let's take you back to around 3:30 in the morning to show you the snow had moved into West Michigan, came down very heavy right around sunrise, and then the snow just turned off just like that between about 10 and noon today, and we've had some afternoon sunshine even up at Mackinac Bridge. John sharing this photo. There's a squirrel taking shelter. He had about 5.5 inches there in Beechwood, 4.5 in Ferrisburg from Joel. Looks like midwinter. Here are the snowfall reports reported to the National Weather Service, anywhere from 3 to 6 inches, with the bullseye seemingly up over Montcalm County. But we had about our most snow here in Grand Rapids since back on January 14th, and we had about 7.5 inches of snow at that time. Mainly clearing skies this evening, and then we will see some unusually cold air for this time of year invade the Great Lakes region. We haven't been able to say that for quite some time. In fact, it'll be our coldest stretch of weather since January 22nd. We're down to 33 after reaching the mid and upper 30s here this afternoon. Closer to home, we're watching temperatures falling below freezing, so watch out for black ice here in the next few hours where the snow has melted, and it will refreeze into those puddles later on tonight. We'll take a closer look at your weekend. Does it have any more snow or sunshine? That's coming your way in just a few minutes.
Really a tale of two weather stories today, with the snow this morning made it tough to drive, and now the sun's out.
Yeah, so you had a tough drive in this morning?
Yes.
George, ours was free and clear, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Went home, went to bed, nothing was going on, woke up, nothing was going on. Oh yeah, that snow happened in between.
Oh yeah, we were sleeping in it.
Yeah, it was not great for those that had to get up early this morning. Yeah, the roads are certainly improved over what they are, at least the main roads, but we've got a little bit of water out here on the weather deck that's going to freeze. So watch out for black ice later on tonight, especially on those less traveled surfaces. 13 weather ball is a blue, much colder weather in view.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by LaFontaine Ford Grand Rapids.
If you want to get the inside information, join our 13 weather team by texting the word weather to 616-559-1310 or scan that QR code. You're going to get the inside skinny on what we're thinking. We sent out a couple of texts here the last 24 hours telling you what we thought would happen over the last 24 hours. Some sunshine here in West Michigan, not a ton, but at least the sun is coming out. It's going to be a cold night here in West Michigan. All of the snow is just rapidly raced through. Came in about 4 o'clock, ended about 10, 11 o'clock this morning. Now we're seeing some residual clouds, some of it a little bit of lake effect snow, but that's all heading to the east now as that low pressure system moves away from us. We don't have any active weather for quite some time now here in the Great Lakes region. We are going to see some partly cloudy skies here tonight. Next weather system staying well to our south. A couple of flurries here possible tomorrow, nothing that you can't handle. And we'll see some pockets of sunshine, but mainly cloudy skies. Now there's this little system coming down during the afternoon and evening on Saturday that's going to ramp up some lake effect snow showers, especially west of 131. That's Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. And then on Sunday, we'll be back into a little bit of sunshine later on in the day. As far as snowfall, we're not seeing any here for the next several days, just some lake effect snow showers. And then Saturday afternoon and evening, some accumulation, especially if west of 131, and we're talking maybe an inch or two, light fluffy lake effect snow. The long-range outlook from the 21st through the 25th, large section of the country seeing higher chances for warmer than average readings, and in our neck of the woods we have an equal chance for more or less precipitation during that 5-day period. Tonight though, skies will be partly cloudy, a little bit breezy in a couple of spots, low and mid-20s, well below freezing, so again slippery in those wet spots, around 20 to 22 up north under partly cloudy skies. Here in the greater Grand Rapids area, overnight lows in the low to mid-20s. 13 on your side forecast. Warming up to on Sunday to 35, 42 on Monday, and we'll see low and mid 40s here early next week. And then the following week, we're seeing temperatures generally between about 34 to as high as 43 degrees. So again, we've got some great weather coming our way here later on next week as well.
Back to the 40s.
Yeah, just after this snowstorm, and then it gets a little bit better. All right, thanks so much, George.
Snow came and went in a hurry today. Very heavy for the morning commute and through the late morning hours. The more traveled roads, not bad, but the less traveled areas and out here on the weather deck where there's still some puddles of water are going to freeze here in just a little while. So watch out for some black ice. 13 weather ball is blue, much colder weather now in view.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by LaFontaine Ford Grand Rapids.
Planning on heading out the door to walk the dog, Abby. Going to give you the green paw this evening for Nala. It is going to be falling below freezing, so again, you're going to have to dodge those slippery spots on the sidewalk, and mid-20s in the morning as we see mostly cloudy skies return. A little sunshine this afternoon, a little bit more tomorrow, but certainly not what we saw during the day yesterday. Winds will be down a little bit as well, but nonetheless still can create green energy this time of year from the sun and the wind. Record low amounts of ice on the Great Lakes. 2.7% of the Lake Michigan is covered compared to 27% on average. Only 4% of the entire Great Lakes, with the most there on Lake Huron at 10%. 27.5% for the entire Great Lakes. So it has not been a season for ice cover. A couple of snow flakes up here in eastern Newaygo County around the Big Rapids area, but skies are partly cloudy, even mostly clear further south. Storm system that brought our snow is now to our east, and we've got a west and northwest wind going to be kicking in over the next few days. That's going to continue to see some clouds overhead. From time to time, we'll see a snow flurry during the day on Friday, but nothing of any significance. But later in the day on Saturday, this is a Friday night. Saturday, there's a little wave of energy coming down through the region, so there might be some snow showers, especially from Grand Rapids westward along the lakeshore. You saw those flare up there, and then back to some sunshine during the day on Sunday. In terms of snowfall, not seeing anything more than just a couple of flurries between now and Friday evening. Even Friday night, not a lot, but you can see here on Saturday there could be an inch or two throughout the early evening hours, maybe even an inch here in Grand Rapids, but compared to what we have had, the record snowfall here in Grand Rapids today, there'll be just a light dusting on the cake. Long range outlook through the end of February. Yes, we have February 29 this year. We're looking at temperatures above average, at least a very high probability of that here in the Great Lakes region, and the storm track is starting to come up a little bit closer, so we may see more precipitation than usual during that 7-day period at the end of the month. Forecast for tonight, it'll be breezy along the lakeshore this evening before the winds come down. Low and mid-20s. The skies will be mostly clear to partly cloudy. Northern areas not quite as breezy, but partly cloudy skies. Temperatures around 20 to 22. And from Grand Rapids southward, we're already partly cloudy to mostly clear. Breezier toward the lakeshore than inland, but then it'll become overcast late tonight. Low and mid-20s. 13 on your side forecast. Guys, we had the, I don't know where that 10-day forecast came from the last half hour because I was predicting 50s and it didn't say 50, it does now. That's for next Tuesday and Wednesday with some light rain next to Tuesday and then just a little more seasonable weather into the following weekend. Sometimes, you know, things go wacky.
Yeah.
50s.
It's like our
That'd be
weather.
nice.
Wow. Okay. We'll take it. Thanks so much, George.
George, your forecast couldn't be any more accurate. Snow starting overnight. Bad for the morning commute, and now the sun is peeking out as it's setting in the sky.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, it's nice when you get it all timed up and right in a row. You know, it's tough to get the regular weather, but when you have these snowstorms come through, it does affect everyone, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, at least the snow is done, but now we may have to deal with some black ice. Looking at some puddles of water out here on the weather deck, and yeah, you can almost actually see the water freezing. 13 weather ball tonight is blue. We have much colder weather in view.
The 13 on your side weather ball, sponsored by LaFontaine Ford Grand Rapids.
Hit the snow, hit the sunshine today, and if you want the inside skinny, because you're not always in front of a TV the entire time, join the 13 weather team by scanning that QR code there or text the word weather to 616-559-1310, and occasionally we'll send you a little idea of what we're thinking for weather. Highs today, we're in the mid and upper 30s, even made 40 down to the south. That's where less snow fell. To the north, there was more snow. We forecast 38 for today's high. Made 36 7 days in a row where we've been within our target range, including those 4 bullseyes earlier. So anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snow fell across the region, the most from northern Grand Rapids all the way up through Montcalm County. 6 inches there in Amble and in Greenville. Set a record for today's date in Grand Rapids with 5.5 inches of snow out at the airport. Previous record 4.8 back in 1990. And there was a lot of liquid within that snow as well. 49 hundredths of an inch here in Grand Rapids, 56 hundredths of an inch over in Muskegon. Both of those records for today, both set back in 1992, it looks like. Lots of cloud cover and snow this morning. Now we've got some clearing skies taking place. We may still see a couple of lake effect snow flurries. There's some going on up into the Greenville and Big Rapids area, but those will fall apart. And we've got a partly cloudy sky here early tonight and then mostly cloudy the rest of the day. You notice a couple of sprinkles of snow flurries here and there. Not going to amount to anything at all, but those lake effect snow flurries may flare up into the afternoon and evening, especially west of 131 Saturday evening, and then back into some sunshine during the day on Sunday. As far as snowfall goes, we are looking at a little bit more in the way of accumulation, especially west of 131. All of that will come late in the day Saturday through Saturday night. In the meantime, this is just light snow flurry activity. Maybe an inch of snow up and through here Friday night, but Saturday evening into Sunday morning is when we might see our most snow, and we're talking an inch or two coming in little bits and pieces, and some of that is going to stick around because temperatures are going to stay below freezing that entire time, including tomorrow. A couple of lake effect flurries, nothing of any consequence, mostly cloudy skies, upper 20s to near 30 northern portions of the lakeshore zone, around 32 Muskegon, and that is probably the only spot that will be above freezing or near freezing tomorrow. Upper 20s to northern part of our viewing area, a couple of snow flurries from time to time, nothing to write home about, kind of like what we saw a couple of days ago, and then pockets of sunshine as well. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, very similar conditions. All areas will stay below freezing. I think that's the first time we will be below freezing for a high temperature since mid-January. 13 on your side forecast. It'll become breezy on Saturday afternoon and evening as another wave of energy comes through. So about 40% of the area, mainly west of 131, will see some light snow and accumulation ending here early Sunday. Temperatures get back above freezing on Sunday and then low 40s President's Day Monday. We'll hit 50 plus now for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Next chance of precip after the weekend will be on Wednesday. A small chance for some light rain, then a little bit colder weather. I think that's the last weekend of February already. Where is the year going?
And it's going quickly, and that's a wild swing in temperatures, 29 to 50.
You bet.
Thank you, George.